How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. After making a couple of these Ecovacs robotic vacuum reviews, I got a question asking what the heck is the difference between these? Just looking at the specifications might not give you a full picture, so I'm just going to give a quick rundown on the differences. This right here is the Ecovacs DEEBOT X11 OmniCyclone. This is the Ecovacs DEEBOT X9 Pro OMNI, and this one right here is also an Ecovacs DEEBOT T80 OMNI. The T80 is the cheapest. X9 is a little bit more expensive, and the X11 would be considered their flagship product, and it's the most expensive one. Having tested all of these in similar situations, I would say they all perform similarly. However, the more expensive it gets, the more kind of corner cases it can take care of. If you're not trying to clean up a huge pile of dirt or a huge mess on tiled floor, you're not going to be able to tell the difference in performance across these. Where you would be able to tell the performance is in corner cases. For example, if you have a big pile of ketchup and you use the X9 to clean it, it will be able to clean it because it has the cleaning solution, and also it can lift up the center mops and side brushes so it doesn't get them dirty. Both the X9 and X11 can do that, but the T80 won't be able to do that. For me personally, you can save yourself a lot of money if you just opt to not clean up giant messes with a robotic vacuum. If some huge thing drops on the floor, just wipe it once with a paper towel and you can let the T80 do the rest of the job. If you want it to be completely hands-off, you would go either with the X9 or X11. Let me go through what the difference between all these robots are, one feature at a time. I'm gonna keep all of these robots lined up left to right, X9, X11, T80, so we don't get them confused. All of these have clean and dirty water tanks that goes in from the top. The X11 has a Cyclone bagless technology. You just pull it out. To empty it, you just push the button and it comes out, so no bag necessary. The X9 and T80 both uses vacuum bags. The X11 has a spot for the cleaning solution and also a smaller one for deep cleaning the mops. The X9 has a spot for the cleaning solution, but you only have one of them. And the T80 has an empty hole here. There's no cleaning solution that you can put in. All three vacuums has this familiar look to it. There's a 3-prong button right at the top on all of them. The X11 and X9 both have a cover that you can remove. The T80 has a smaller cover that you can also remove. They all have a red on-off switch and a Wi-Fi button right at the top. If you remove the dust box on all of them, the X9 and T80 has exactly the same dust box, but the X11 output hole is just a tiny bit smaller. They, however, can still be swapped, as the shape is very similar. All three of them has the Osmo roller, but when you look at it from the side, you can see the X11 has Osmo Roller 2.0 with this black thing. The 1.0 version is still gray. The difference between the 2.0 is that it just reaches out a little bit further. The fuzz on the roller in the X9 is kind of medium density. It's uniform all the way throughout. But on the X11, there is like a little strip right here that's higher density. And this higher density fuzz can help scrub a little bit better. Both Osmo Roller 1.0 and 2.0 self-cleans as it rolls. Remember, we're looking at this upside down, so all this stuff at the bottom is really on the top of the roller. These nozzles expel water onto the roller, and it rolls this way, picking up dirt as it rolls, and when it comes back this way, and all the dirty water gets scraped off of the roller, falls downwards into this little tray here, and then it gets sucked up right around this area, which is this nozzle over here. In terms of the mop's extension length, it's about the same. However, if I pull on these mops, this one can come out just a little bit more. The X11's Osmo 2.0 can come out even more than that one. It looks to be just maybe a 1/4 inch longer, so we can get the corners and edges a little bit better. The Osmo Roller 2.0 in the X11 extends just a little bit further towards the wall. After it turns, it also extends further back towards the corner. Both the X11 and X9 can automatically inject cleaning solution into the mop, so it can clean up stains like ketchup with no problems. In front of the robot, there's a little bit, and at that corner over there, a little bit, and a little bit here. But let me wipe over here. Wiping the floor after it mops, you can see very little residue is left. When it does not have the cleaning solution, you can feel that the floor is still sticky. All three robots perform similarly when picking up hairs from the carpet. Focus your attention on the wheels now, here, and here. The X11 has these blue wiper things in the wheels to help it scale obstacles. First I've seen in their line of vacuum robots. It allows you to scale a continuous ramp that's up to 4 centimeters high. The X9 and T80 does not have the blue wipers, which means it cannot scale obstacles as high as the X11. Look at the side brush here, and here. The difference is the X11 and X9 has a bigger blue piece, whereas the T80 does not. These two has the ability to lift the side brushes as needed, mainly for mopping purposes where it can hide these brushes so it does not get these brushes dirty in wet messes. I removed the center roller so we can better see what's underneath. All of these have these sharp claws that goes over the brushes to detangle them, but for some reason in the X11 it only has 7 claws, whereas in the X9 and T80 it has 10 total claws.
If we keep on watching it, you'll see that the little black bars, it just starts to fade away because every once in a while the comb is able to grip onto the hair and pull it out.
See? No tangles. I'm gonna remove this little piece. I have put some hair in here so we can do it in slow motion. Right here, it's catching some hair with those pins, and if I keep on pulling like this, it's gonna pull it away from the roller. All three has a hybrid bristle and rubber brush, and when we put that in, if you try to lift the main brush on the T80, it swivels a little bit, but the X11 and X9 doesn't swivel as much. These two have the ability to move the roller, the main brush, and the side brush up and down as necessary. The T80 does not allow this. If you look at the wheels themselves, they're all this rubberized thing and it looks very similar. In terms of tip over detection, they all have infrared sensors in 5 spots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All three has this AI VI 3D direct time of flight sensor module here, and here. Blast suction technology, so even more suction power than the previous flagship model. All three of them have hot water mop washing using 75°C water.
Let's start washing the roller mop with hot water.
They all also do hot air drying at 45°C. Using a thermal camera, we can see it gets quite warm in there, 91.5 degrees. And if we sneak a peek on the side, 105.2. And if I remove the robot real quick, inside it's getting up to 147 degrees over there, and the internal mop washing mechanism all look similar. The X11 can clear as high as 24 millimeters and 40 millimeters if it's a continuous step. The X9 and T80, however, can only scale 20 millimeters. They also included high-speed charging so it can top up the battery while it's cleaning the mop, giving you extended runtime. Overall, for daily usage, for mild dirt and mild mopping, I think the T80 is enough for daily cleaning. If you want more advanced features such as have automatic solution injection, having the side brush, center brushes, or the mop lift up as necessary, then you would go with either X9 or X11. And with the X11, it has all the bells and whistles. It has this cyclone thing where you don't need the bags anymore. It also has the climbing feature within the wheel so it can go over obstacles. But when you opt for the X11, you have a higher price to pay. Such is the case for a lot of consumer electronics. If you want every single feature out there, it's gonna cost more. If you guys are interested in any of these vacuum cleaners, check out my affiliate link down in the video description below. Thanks for watching this video. Until next time.